everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos come into today's game looking for a way to pick up win number 10 on the season. It's the Browns going up against the Broncos. So let's get you out to Denver for the call of our game. Here are Brandon Guyton and Sean Davis.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the picturesque city of Denver, Colorado. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Denver Broncos. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'7" quarterback out of Memphis. It's Paxton Lynch.
And there's no getting around it. When you first look at Paxton Lynch, you see his height. You see 6'7". You can't get past it. But don't think that he's immobile. This guy has great footwork, quick feet, and moves around really well. And when you think you've got him hemmed in the pocket, he can escape in a big way and then beat you downfield with his arm.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Again, Anderson. Oh, he shifts past him. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And, boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So 3rd and inches, trying to pick it up the middle. He had nowhere to go, tackled for a loss.
And you know how we talk about double A-gap pressure, meaning linebackers going in the gap between the center and the guard on either side? Well, it's not always to get to the passer. Sometimes you do that to prevent a running play. Worked pretty well in that situation.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
He'll look to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. On first down. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. At the end of one, 6-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On 2nd down, Anderson. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the gun on third down, it's Lynch. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find
a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden, with it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up the third down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to him back.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They come out here in the eye. They'll drop the throw. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. It's a quarterback sneak. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Oh, man, my stomach hurts just watching this team call plays. I've heard of going for it on 4th down in the red zone, but not when you're inside your own red zone. And, boy, somehow they take a chance here, and it pays off.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete.
Hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he cuts it left, and now room to move. He's at the 30. 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. 85 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second down following the run. In the backfield is Anderson. A fake to Anderson. Now it's Lynch. Finding time. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught. And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yep.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll come out in the pistol. On first down, it's Lynch. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Denver right after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Lynch to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing here, Lynch on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. On second down, Lynch. He goes underneath for Anderson. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. And on third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. On third down, Lynch finds Roberts left side. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Now Lynch on first down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. That'll bring up second down.
Every time I see a hitch pattern dropped, I go back to the combine because there's a drill that they use all the time. It's called the gauntlet drill, where a receiver catches the ball and just works his way straight down the line and catches it from different sides. And the problem with that drill is that you don't actually have to secure the catch. You just kind of catch it, drop it immediately, and keep moving. And sometimes that shows up on plays like this. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Once again, it's Lynch. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll come out in the pistol. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They slot Gronkowski outright. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense, Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Well, here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. In motion, Gronkowski. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They slot Gronkowski out right. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Back to throw now on first down. Pass incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And now it's second down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught. Jones. Julio Jones all alone. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And now a first down following that long gain. They come out here in the eye. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. It's the fullback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Riddled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They start the drive with Anderson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Shift together here from the D-line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on down to Larry, apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. That's fielded in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Gronkowski, slot left. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. A couple of Broncos there in on the tackle.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. On second down, Lynch. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and make it
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty.
And you notice how the offensive line responded. A couple went to check on the quarterback, and a couple went to the guy who hit the quarterback. No one likes to see their quarterback hit.
Following the penalty, Anderson looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Lynch looking to throw on second. And this is incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On third down, Lynch. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here comes the defensive unit now for the Broncos as they get set here. They forced the punt the last time, got off the field. I'm sure some of your D coordinators through the years, you liked when you heard those words, get off the field.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Maybe you didn't like it when you heard those words.
It depended on when they were yelling them. But in this situation, absolutely perfect. Get off the field, force a punt, let the offense take over and do their thing, and it resulted in a field goal.
Now we'll see if they can do that again.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Play clock winding down. And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a third down and 2.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw here on first down. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Second down now after the pass completion. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Julio Jones. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now Lynch on first down. Roberts with it over the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Here's Lynch. He goes underneath for Anderson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Throwing here, Lynch on first down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Max Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Gronk, the tight end, in motion. The play clock's running down, and they'll run it here. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. On play action, they'll throw.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Paxton Lynch now, he gets set and heads back onto the field. The numbers tell the story. Not the best start, but it's not often how you start, it's how you finish. And since that start, he's been good.
Can you just imagine what was going on in the locker room with the defensive coordinator? Because things were working so well. His game plan was in effect. They were holding him down. He was off his game. But you just know that he was nervous at halftime because you don't hold a guy like that down for very long. And in this case, his fears were realized.
7 yards to go on second down. On second down, Lynch. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. Catch here, left side, Thomas. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Throwing again here, Lynch. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
3rd and 2. Now Lynch. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And they're going to speed things up here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing, Lynch. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Lynch looking to throw on second. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Here we go. Lynch on 4th down. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Lynch to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So that's the word from the referee. Neutral zone infraction, 5 yards.
And, of course, the defense is always pointing at the offense about how they drew them across. Flag goes against the defenders on that one.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Once again, it's Lynch. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Leonard Williams in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Lynch with it on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden, with it. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And quickly they get to the line. Now a handoff as they run left side. Fighting through. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. We're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.